Moving into this Blazers situation, as Tiago Splitter is named the interim head coach. Molly on the YouTube chat saying, I hope the Blazers look outside the organization higher. Just not sure who is really out there. I think that's kind of a big question when it comes to the Blazers.
Well, we haven't really mentioned that with the hiring part of it, the basketball side of it real quick.
Yeah.
Tiago Splitter has been named the...
Well, I just said
Well, I know, but I mean, he has been named the head coach, and I just kind of reaching out. I've been told that Tiago, when he came over, wanted a path to be a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think he was probably, when he took the job, if Chauncey if it were to change hands or something along those lines, he would be next in line. I thought it might be Bjorkgren, because he's been here and he's been a head coach before. But
that's been the common thought most of the day till it was announced that Tiago Splitter was the head coach.
And it did say that he was strongly considered, and I couldn't tell from the verbiage, like in the tweet, whether it was him that made the decision or the team. But anyway, there was a decision that
to be kept in his current role.
It would be best for the franchise for him to stay in his current role.
I also wonder, because, the season just started, as we look at this from a Blazer angle, from the team, and how how are the guys dealing with this morning? You get up at 6 a.m. to do your workout, coming off of a fun game that didn't end how you wanted.
I can tell you right now, I've talked to a couple of them.
Yeah.
Shock.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Complete and utter shock.
That I wonder if Tiago Splitter is the best choice because he's a not far removed.
Clear.
He's a not far removed player. He's clear. He's not part of the Chauncey of the last few years. And you have a former player helping right the ship and get your emotions in check and, try to figure out the next route to go. On the text line, some other thoughts. Chauncey's next move is plead the fifth, and your next works can turn from this gambling case into a murder case. Like, that's the severity of some of this stuff.
Well, there's a line that I want to make sure before I say this that he's put it out. Hold on. I'll screw it. I'll just say it because it's of public record. So, Ben Golliver, who hopefully I'm trying to confirm he will be on with us in the next segment, sent me this verbiage. Co-conspirator 8. This is from the actual document. An individual whose identity is known to the grand jury was a resident of Oregon. Co-conspirator 8 was an NBA player from approximately 1997 through 2014, an NBA coach since at least 2021. And that is in reference
Joe
to
Mazzulla?
Yeah. That line is co-conspirator number 8 is in line in reference to sharing tips. And if that is true and that is indeed related to Chauncey Billups, you're talking about Pete Rose on a lifetime ban.
When I texted him my hopes for the season yesterday, never in a million years did I think that having our head coach not get arrested was going to be part of it. It's crazy. It's almost sometimes hard to put into words what's going on because, the information is out there. I mean, I watched a press conference this morning at 7 a.m. with the FBI director about the coach of my favorite basketball team. You want to talk about not having things on your bingo cards. That's kind of it. And
it's a Mad Lib.
And where do, Danny, and you're a lot more involved in this than I am, so I will always defer to you on this. These players, the reaction is shock, but where do you go from here? Is this like a Lance Armstrong get back on the bike situation? You just go to the gym, shoot your shots, and let the guys talk about this together? I mean, you don't want to tell everybody to shut up. You got to get them, you got to let them be able to handle it. But at the same time, you're professional athletes on a professional sports team, and you got the Warriors coming to town tomorrow.
How they respond is certainly on my list of questions.
Boy, tomorrow's going to be the weirdest basketball game I've ever watched.
So there was scheduled availability today for 12:45 for the Trailblazers. I don't know if that's still happening.
I highly doubt that.
I know everybody's going to be down there waiting at the PF just to see.
Yeah.
The Blazers have not released a statement other than actually, they haven't released it. It came out through Shams. The Trailblazers have said nothing. They have said nothing. I mean, they can't. They have to do all of the legalese to protect everything and anything.
And the team's still owned by Jody Allen, which is a little par for the course for Jody to not say anything.
Just as a not a
but also
sidebar.
Legality. I follow you on that.
I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter who owns the team. Nobody's saying anything.
I don't think I would touch it.
You know who was in the house last night?
Tom Dundon.
Tom Dundon was in the house last night,
our overlord,
sitting with Jody Allen.
Wondering where
the hell is he thinking right now?
I think I'll bet you.
I tell you what he's thinking. It makes it pretty easy for him to decide on hiring a new head coach.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I
kind of takes all the pressure off of that decision.
I don't want to dehumanize Chauncey Billups here, or even dehumanize Tom Dundon in that aspect. But if you're Tom Dundon, if anybody out there is thinking, does he pull out? I saw this on the text line. Does he pull out? Does he decide this is not his thing? I don't think so. I think unless it is deeper rooted into players as well, I think this just gives you a good reason, whether you wanted to or not, to just clean house and start from scratch. Because a situation like this is so complicated and so complex and so unorthodox and has never happened in the NBA, in professional sports in America ever, that if I'm owning the team, if I'm running the show, I'm trying to get as far away from this as possible. And I think the unfortunate part is it's going to cost some people their jobs that I don't think deserve to get their jobs cost. I think you just run away from this situation as fast and as far as possible. And if you're Tom Dundon, the new owner of the Blazers, when that deal comes through, we talked earlier this week, and I was sitting here lamenting about how I really love what Joe Cronin's done. There are some desires that I still have. There are some things that I would still like him to do more of, but I was really into where this path was going, signing the extensions, etc., like that. Joe might have nothing to do with this, and it might cost him his job. That's how ugly the situation is internally.
So the one thing that Joe has going for him in this regard, I shouldn't say the one thing. The one thing he has going for him with this exact thing, he did not hire Chauncey Billups.
He did not.
That was a Neil Olshey hire. Now,
boy,
both him and Chauncey.
That's a secret name getting run through the mud today really badly, Neil Olshey.
I mean, we can go back to the water bottle.
I know.
Look, man, I'll be honest. I'm conflicted as hell right now.
I bet.
I've got a great relationship with Chauncey.
You have a phone number of a man who is in FBI custody right now.
Yeah, this is a guy that I talked to. I mean, again, I was talking to hours ago. I'm just completely and totally floored. It's absolutely nuts. I don't know what to think or how to think. And I'm just sitting here like, I just keep going, just WTF, just over and over and over again. I'm just like, my phone just keeps going and going and going and going and going. And I'm just trying to get more information, trying to check in, trying to see if there's anything else new. How are these guys reacting? What's going on here? And it's so all over the place. I can't, I'm trying to, to talk to players and be like, hey, where are you guys at? What is going on? I'll tell you this, man. Selfishly, I am super happy Damian Lillard is here right now.
I mean, he keeps things together, doesn't he?
Having Dave and Drew and Jeremy, who are three guys who played together on an Olympic team.
I would also argue Rob Will is just another vet.
Just having good, heady, steady, capable, lock-in vets. Boy, is it worth its weight in gold right now.
Yeah. I know there was a lot of talk and a lot of dream this morning, whether it was serious or not, about Dame being the interim coach. He doesn't need the title. Dame is there. He was at the game last night. He was introduced. It was obvious. Everybody respects the man. He's clapping. He's high-fiving. He's pointing and moving, yelling at dudes and getting them going. You're spot on. The veteran moves that Joe Cronin made to bring in some guys that were kind of like, wait, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Makes a whole lot of sense right now.
If we're so young and we're looking at the future, why do we have Drew Holiday? I'll tell you what, I'm damn glad to have Drew Holiday in that locker room right now.
Having two of the best leaders in the NBA
Absolutely.
in Dame and Drew is a good place to be in a very, very crappy circumstance.
Couple texts to read, and then we'll get to hopefully Ben Golliver here. New owner is now highly motivated to clean house. Already motivated before. That's his history. Another text, you got to burn it all down. Anyone involved in extending Chauncey should be let go due to not doing due diligence. This info was out there years ago on a podcast. There was a Reddit thing about it, kind of claiming, somebody else mentioned that how does Adam Silver, who said that they knew this investigation was going on, okay, Chauncey Billups going into the Hall of Fame. Now, again, these are all allegations. We're not. He has not been proven guilty in a court of law. The evidence is damning. The what is the word I'm looking for? The rate of conviction for the FBI is heavy. Usually, if the FBI is knocking around and they come grab people, it's because they have answers. So everything's not set in stone. But boy, it doesn't look good.